Better fix this up. My wife gets angry at me every time I record a video and I don't fix my collar. Oh yeah, that's right. If you're new to the channel, you probably don't know that I have a wife and two kids. Yeah, I'm not as young as I look. Ha 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 ha. Actually, that's a good point. Want to take a guess at my age? I'd be curious how old you think I am. Yeah, my wife and kids come on to stream sometime too. So if you want to come through and say hi to them, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I stream on Twitch. Yeah, the link's in the description below. Those who've been watching already know the drill. But yeah, that's where you can catch us. Well, let's get into the game now. Slay the Spire. It combines two genres you would normally not expect. Roguelike and deck building. That's right, if you die, you start right from the beginning. As the name suggests, the premise of the game is to try and reach the top of the spire. When you start off right at the beginning of the game, you start with basic cards that either block or attack. But as you start to slowly progress through the spire, you'll increase your power by adding extra cards, or earning relics, which are basically the same as traits. While dying does make you lose all of your progress, and all the cards and the traits that you've earned. In this roguelike game, you don't get stronger each time you die. There isn't an experience level that makes you have more HP or something when you come back into the game. Instead, you unlock a few more advanced cards that might help you early on, but it comes down to the more real-life experiences that you've learned from your previous run. And by that I mean, where you might have been a little too defensive with a certain creature, you now know that you should be a lot more aggressive and go all in. Or perhaps you were too aggressive to start off with, and now you should be a little bit more defensive. When climbing the spire, you get to choose multiple paths. And besides just fighting the odd bad guy or elites, which also give you elite rewards, you could come across places that give you curses or extra relics. Or you could find your friendly merchant, which, as you could guess, will probably help you along the way when you spend that gold there. If you're feeling a little bit weary, you've run out of some health, there are campfires where you could either choose to rest or upgrade some of your hard-earned cards. But you only get to choose one of those. At the time of this review, there are currently 4 characters in the live game. They each have their own unique playstyle that you might find in other types of games. You know, like the whole warrior, rogue, mage. One is a bit squishier but does more damage, or the other revolves around poisons. But just like most games, each of these unique characters can also have many different playstyles within themselves. A warrior could go into shield slamming by building large amounts of shields and then using those shields to hurt enemies. Speaking of enemies, what makes this game so compelling is the pre-warning of what the enemies are going to do next. Sometimes it can be straight up damage. Sometimes you can see it's going to be a special event. But this indication will let you know whether you should be planning to defend yourself or getting ready to attack. So who is this game not for? Well, if you don't like dying and RNG, you should probably avoid this one, because you are going to die a lot. The game might be easy to pick up and play, but honestly, it's a very difficult one to master. It requires a lot of adapting and puzzle solving based on the cards that you dealt with. And no, that's not an analogy. It's based on the cards that you dealt with. If you have gotten used to playing a certain style, but you aren't dealt those same cards that you've now gotten used to, you're going to have to change your entire gameplay and adapt for the future bigger fights. Personally, I'm a big fan of this game. I think the developers have done a fantastic job on it. There's no timers, I don't feel rushed, and I can plan strategically just how I want to do things. If I do end up getting some bad RNG that I can't deal with, it's usually at the beginning of the game, and I don't mind starting right over again. Otherwise, I generally felt that I could handle the puzzles thrown in my direction. The game has lots of replayability with a daily challenge function and leaderboards. They have actually catered to the speedrunning community and have built-in features in their game. Oh, and while this isn't something I particularly dabble in, the Steam version of this game has a custom mod section that ties in with the Steam Workshop. So you can go and create your own custom challenges and play different custom characters if that's truly something you wanted to do. Overall, there is something very satisfying about pulling off a giant combo that you had been planning for ages. Or maybe you didn't plan it, and this might be a once-in-a-game opportunity, never to be done again. Either way, this game gets a huge thumbs up from me. Have you guys found any other games that can pull this style of melding two genres together and make it work so seamlessly? let me know in the comments down below. Oh, and while you're at it, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, hit the bell, YouTube things. I can't even say that with a straight face anymore. But if you're looking for more of a casual one-on-one conversation, there's that other place to go to, Twitch, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Links in the description below. Yeah, guys, let me know if there's any games you want to see reviewed, anything you want to ask me questions about, if you like this style of reviewing, or if you prefer something a bit more formal and voice acting kind of way. But that's it for today. Until next time, see ya. Guys, I want to do it. I want to say, you know what, I'm doing it. Whiskey on the rocks. I've had this bar for a long time, and I ain't never heard an order like that.